The dreaded handshake.
You don't do good.
Yeah, the dreaded handshake. So you approach somebody, and you go in for the handshake. Now, you have thoughts that are going through your mind, even if they're subconscious. You're trying to read the individual. What kind of handshake is David going to give me? And you're going in, and you're trying to read that individual. More often than not, it's just a smooth handshake. But there are some outliers out there. Like the apple grab, for example. Have you heard of this one? So, thanks to Barack and Michelle Obama, they popularized and brought to mainstream culture the fist bump. At least that's what my wife's grandpa says. They brought it to town. So now it's commonplace for a fist bump. So you're going in for your handshake, you're feeling good, and no, here comes the fist bump, and you end up grabbing their hand awkwardly, like, hey, good to see ya. So then you're like, oh man, I knew I should have fist bumped. Meanwhile, fist bumper's like, oh, I knew I should have handshaked. And so you're trying to have a conversation, but you have 18 million thoughts running in the back of your mind. Like, oh man, I knew he was a fist bumper. I remember last time he fist bumped me. Why did I go in for a handshake? So stupid. And you're beating yourself up and you're losing the whole conversation that's going on. Like, you're having your own conversation with yourself. Meanwhile, like, words are coming out, but nobody's listening. So the apple grab. We also have Her Royal Highness. And Her Royal Highness is not just reserved for the ladies. Some of the biggest guys I've shaken hands with, you go in for the handshake and you're thinking, oh, I'm bracing myself, got my feet planted, good base, I'm ready for this. And somehow it ends up like this. Like, how did that happen? And you see it coming, and you think, no, let me wiggle on in there. I want to get a good V here. We need to connect on the V. Otherwise, it's not real. It doesn't count. So you get Her Royal Highness. But sometimes it happens by accident. Your hands are sweaty, and like you get to that sticking point, and it's like we're supposed to be squeezing now. So, okay, we squeeze. And then you both, again, you leave it with this awkward discomfort. We're supposed to be talking now, but Her Royal Highness just happened. How did it happen to me, of all people? And you're just blown away, like, Her Royal Highness. There's yet another awkward one. The crusher. Anybody in here been a victim or been a perpetrator of the crusher? Victim? Are you perpetrator or victim? I apologize if it was me, because I know this in my mind. Like, I was raised from age 4 or whatever. Sign of a man is a good firm handshake. So I was like, okay. So I do a good firm handshake, but I've learned, so in my mind, I don't squeeze. I've gotten a lot better of not squeezing. But what I do that could be equally or more troublesome is I get in, I make the V connection, and then I give a quick jerk. I don't know why. It's just what I do. If any of you shook my hand, maybe you felt it. And if you have to go to the doctor, I'll have you sign a waiver because I'm not at fault here. But I'd go and I'd do a quick jerk, and many times I feel this click in the wrist. And I always think, oh my goodness, like that could cause long-term damage. I feel so bad that I just did this. So I'm guilty of the crusher. But in the real networking world, when you're just meeting people in general, these are some of the things you're going to see. And the important thing is, like, so what? You give Her Royal Highness a handshake. Let's move on. Whatever. Like, he or she is not going to remember that. They're not going to go home and say, oh, honey, you wouldn't believe what I did tonight. Her Royal Highness again. I tell you what, that Chad, he just went in there. I thought it was going to be a firm hit. No. It's like, oh, have you ever met Chad before? Like, the energy he's got, the enthusiasm about what he does. Like, he's making people feel good. You're not talking about the handshake, so move on, get past it.